On today's show, we're going to be working with an internal division in the city whose work you see more often than you might expect. Things done in this office are seen everywhere around town. Do you know where I am today? I'm Brian Phillips. On most days, I work in an office for the Ames City Manager. Since starting here, I've learned a lot about the different jobs city employees have. Many of them you might see every day. Others work behind the scenes to provide quality programs and exceptional service to the community. And that's why I'm here, to experience the different jobs the City of Ames has to offer. You never know where I'll go next. Printing Services is an internal division that helps city departments with printing, publishing, and design-related projects. The city's print shop offers a variety of services such as color and grayscale printing, copying, graphic design, photo editing, laminating, cutting, document assembly, and binding services. Okay, Derek, well, I'm here in the print shop in the basement of City Hall. Tell me a little bit about what kinds of things that you do in the print shop.
Well, Printing Services does really anything. If I tell people if they can dream it, I can do it.
Great.
So one of the things we work on that I've been working on right now is a car wrap for our new electric vehicle. We do danger tags, door hangers. Citizens actually probably see a lot of door hangers if we're going to come and trim their tree, or we miss them when we stop by their house.
What are some of the things that you do here in the print shop?
Internally, we create business cards for our employees. Things that residents probably see are door hangers that we put on their doors, flyers, notices, posters. If you forget to pay your electric bill, actually that notice is printed and folded here and then stuffed and then sent out in our mail. We also do design, photo editing, lamination, that sort of thing.
Are there certain types of things you aren't able to do here in the print shop?
Sure, there are some things, and so we will bid out those projects and get competitive bids for them.
Okay. What are some of the benefits of having an internal city print shop?
Two really important things are time and cost. It's quick when we're down here right in the print shop and can make it right on the spot, and also it's cheaper to do it in-house rather than outsourcing it to another company.
Okay. So I understand that you also do a lot of design work.
Correct.
Is that true?
That's correct.
Okay.
So everything that the city prints and publishes, we want to make sure that it has a certain look and it looks a certain way. So from cars to budget books to annual reports, whatever it is, we want to make sure that it looks like us. So that when a citizen picks up that object or looks at whatever it happens to be, they know that it came from us.
Okay. So what are we going to be doing today?
Today we're just going to be kind of looking at a car wrap that we designed here in the print shop and looking at some door hangers that a resident might see on their door.
Okay. Well, where do you want to start?
Let's take a look at the sketch for the car.
Okay.
So this is a sketch that we start with when we're working on basically anything. It's just an idea. That idea is then translated into a digital image. So once you think you've got it sketched out the way that you want it, you can go ahead and move that idea into the digital process. And then we'll bring that into the computer, kind of make it up and start to design, actually.
Okay. So you put this together?
Correct.
It looks pretty good.
Thanks.
Yeah. So this is a new car that the city's going to be getting?
Right. This is our new electric vehicle. It's a Nissan Leaf. And we wanted to basically brand it with our look so that citizens knew that it belonged to us. And we also wanted to highlight the idea that it's a zero emissions, 100% electric vehicle.
Okay, great. So what's the first step once you get it into the computer and you start really honing in on the design?
Once you've got the idea pretty much written on paper, you can move over into the computer and start adding the elements into the actual image.
Okay, so you've got a blank car here.
Correct.
And it shows all four sides.
Right.
And this is 1/20th scale.
Right, that's correct. And so you can start with basically this is your canvas.
Okay.
This is your artboard, this is your working area. And the elements that we drew in this area, we ideally want to replicate those as close as possible into the digital image.
Okay.
Once it's in the digital area, we'll then print it and then we'll be able to wrap the car with it. But we've got to make it first.
Okay, so you've done some work on this already.
That's correct.
All right, so what's our first step?
Well, ideally, you'd start drawing the images and putting them on to the car.
Okay.
If you want to click these layers here, you can kind of turn on some of those pieces.
So this is sort of what's the swoosh look?
The swoosh look, right, that we kind of tried to...
So that's kind of the base layer there?
Right, correct.
All right.
And then we wanted to throw some leaves on it.
Okay, so that's this one here?
Yep.
And then there's this one as well.
Yep, and which is just
image.
the swoosh flowing through the window.
Gotcha. Okay, so we've got these leaves here, and we've got the swoosh images.
Right.
We've got our city logo.
Yeah, go ahead and let's say you don't like where one of those leaves is at.
Okay.
Go ahead and click it.
All right. And I can move it around?
Yep, you can move wherever you want. Move it completely off the car.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't even like it on the car. I don't even like that leaf. Pull that leaf off.
Okay.
Great. Maybe you liked them there, and then you can move them back.
Okay, so we can rearrange them in a different
Rearrange the elements in
way.
a different pattern to more maybe closely resemble your sketch. Or maybe you wanted the logo in a different place. Try moving the logo to this window here. Right. Now I don't know how that looks.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the best look, but it could go there.
All right, so this gives you an opportunity to sort of consequence-free move these elements around before you start printing them off.
Right. The best idea is make your mistakes here.
Right.
Go through a lot of renditions right here, and then after you've got it exactly the way you want it, print it off, and ideally apply it to the car.
Okay, so what's the next step after? Let's assume this is what we want it to look like. What's the next step?
After we've got everything in place, we'll want to print it off and see what it looks like.
Okay.
So we can easily just print a sample or have a sample printed. And the colors look pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
This is the same printer that's going to print it. This is the same material that we're going to use. So it'll look like this, just pretty much blown up.
Okay, great. So what are some of the other things that you do in the print shop that you wanted to highlight for us today?
We also do door hangers, and so we're just going to print a few door hangers and show them how they're produced.
Okay, what kind of purposes are the door hangers used for?
Door hangers we use a lot to notify citizens of certain things that are happening. Let's say a water main breaks.
Okay.
We need to notify citizens that use that water source. We'll hang those door hangers on their door.
Okay.
Or if the electric department needs to trim some of the trees, we'll hang a notice on their door and say, hey, we want to trim your trees. Anything that really requires us to interact with the public, we'll try and use a door hanger or something if we're going to be in that general vicinity.
Okay, sounds great. So let's get this out of the way. And can you show me how to produce the door hangers?
I sure can. So I happen to have this file up right here, and it's the door hanger.
Okay.
And actually, I wonder if I can do. Perfect. So it's just a basic door hanger that says we tried to contact you, you weren't at home, so we'll hang it on their door. It leaves some areas in here to write in, so the person out there actually hanging the door hanger can say when they were there. We scroll down. It also talks about, this is a tree trimming door hanger, so it talks about some of the things that we wanted to do.
Okay.
We wanted to cut the tree, but you weren't home. Do you want us to leave the wood? Do you want us to take the wood?
Okay.
If you need any more information, contact us, that sort of thing.
So it gives them an opportunity to provide some feedback for us.
Definitely.
Okay, great. So how many of these do you think we need to print?
A typical job, we'd print 250 to 500.
Okay. So what's our first step to getting this produced then?
Our first step to getting it produced is making sure we've got the right material selected, and then sending it over to the printer.
Okay, let's do that.
Okay. Go ahead and push Control-P on the keyboard.
Okay.
And just hit print.
Okay, so I've printed off one of the door hangers. What's next?
Now we're going to want to go cut them down and perforate them.
Okay, I'll follow you.
Sounds good.
Okay, so now that we've got our door hangers printed off, what's the next step?
Now we're going to set them in the perforator
Okay.
and hopefully perforate them. And if it works well, then we'll go ahead and run them all.
Okay.
So just set one in there, so let's try it out.
Just one?
Yeah.
Okay. And which way does it go? Just like this?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
And then, yeah, slide it down in there so it can grab. And then roll this knob here
Okay.
counterclockwise. And then it'll just run one sample so we can see if it is actually going to perforate it where we want it to. Looks great.
So it cut right here down the middle.
Cut right down the middle. So ideally, what can happen is this will be a postcard.
Oh, okay, so that's attached to the door hanger, and then people can
Right.
fill that out and send it in.
Yep, fill out their satisfaction questionnaire,
Okay.
rip it off, and give this part to us.
Great, so this is our test one.
This is our test one. It
And that one
works.
looks okay?
Yeah, so let's go ahead and
So
run.
we're doing
let's
the
run some
others?
more.
Okay. Just a couple at a time, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So just like this. That's in there?
Turn it on right there.
Okay.
Well, it tried to grab all of them.
Okay.
So why? I'll never know. I'm going to try and fan them a little bit. Okay. Now try and turn it on.
Okay. There we go.
Great.
Looks pretty good. Can we keep doing more?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll finish out this stack. All right, so these look pretty good, it looks like.
Yeah.
So they're all perforated. Now what's next?
Now we want to go to the cutting part of it.
Okay.
Since we actually have these door hangers 2 up on a page, we're going to cut them down the middle so that we can separate them and put them on someone's door.
Okay, great. So where's that take place at?
Takes up place right over here.
All right. Okay, so this is the paper cutter?
Right.
So this is kind of a beast of a machine.
It is. It's been original to the print shop since we opened it.
Really? Okay, so how does this work, and how can we do this without me losing a finger?
That'd probably be a good idea. So slide it in here. You don't actually have to worry about the blade coming down because the guard's up in place.
Okay.
Great.
So
and
just
then,
like that?
Yep, and it looks like they're pretty straight. Go ahead and turn this. That's going to secure the paper in place so that it doesn't slide around when you're making a cut. Great.
Okay.
And then when you want to make a cut, you're going to push that red lever down.
This here?
Yep. Now you could cut off a finger.
Okay. Okay.
And then you want to...
So I have to hold this down while I'm pulling
While you
that?
pull this, yep.
Okay. Sounds good. Are we ready?
I'm ready.
Is that through?
It's through.
Okay.
Yeah. So bring this part back up.
Okay, so these look pretty good.
Yeah. So now the door hanger is ready. We can hang it on someone's door. It's got a perf up here at the top,
Okay.
so we can go over the knob. And then if they want to write a message and let us know how something went, it's perforated here, so they can just tear it apart and put this in the mail.
Wow, that's great. Well, thanks for showing me how this all works today, Derek. I
Yes,
really
definitely.
appreciate it.
Have a
I'll
great-
let you get back to work.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Yep. Well, today we got to see how a small division has a big impact on you here in Ames. Be sure to tune in for the next Where's Brian, because you'll never know where I'll go next.
These lights are so warm.
Derek, what are your favorite paper names?
I love Cherry Charge.
Oh, Cherry Charge?
Yeah, I hate the color, love the name.
Okay. Ready? What is that one to the left? Is that Jammy?
Jammin' Salmon.
Jam and Salmon.
Jammin' with an
Jammin'.
apostrophe I-N, yeah.
And we have here, everyone, the elusive, oh, he's gone. Lightning Lime. That's
Yeah, so Lightning Lime, Roman Candle Red. Yes.
That's
Not to
pretty
be
exciting.
confused for Bottle Rocket Red, which is very similar.
That's different.
Still on the 2-shot.
This is all going on television, you know that, right?
Don't put that in.
Yeah, when you say
Right.
that, it means it's definitely going in.